officially 20 minutes, till I need to figure out where I'm going for the rest of the evening. A warm place, not in my bed. A public place. Somewhere I'm invisible and prolific, maybe searching through all my inner dialogue among the smell of a million particles of dust elsewhere. Places I will never visit, unknown to me or any other. How would it be to write in a place of worship? A place where the silent prayers all culminate to be placed into the tiny keys of conscious thought, all making their way faster than the speed of light to the Creator itself. A place where the seminary students don't think so loudly about their papers and when they are due, but a place where they dwell long after their earthly requirements have been met. Shuddering gently as the angels hold a meeting above me, feeling their frequency wander through my spiritual vessel. It's been so long since I've been in the arms of another, even longer since I was in the arms of one who truly loved me. Some have only known me since I was knocked back down to earth, a human made of clay, an angel losing his wings at the dawn of the day. After placing the power of love into the unwilling hands of a mortal, misunderstood, locked inside the gaze of one who wanted purely to command the powers of another, the immortal allowing the unavoidable tearing of the wings to occur for a fleeting moment of being loved by another, and knowing this wasn't the one, allowing oneself to become entangled in the net that wasn't worthy of catching and keeping it to begin with, and then the lack of willingness to want to know. Just to be there to keep the bed warm and challenge its existence. The creature's communications with God. As God suggested many a solution, I wanted God to tell me. God did tell me. God gave me the free will because God loves free will. God admires the decisions we make, keeps God entertained. Oh God, how was your weekend? Mine was embroiled with multiplicity and love, as usual. Though I still find rest and comfort within mine own arms, and entertainment and wisdom through mine own fingertips. One more minute. It is time. Mythical society. Walking in the neighborhood, I see a great many of my friendly, wonderful people, and my elation is not only seen, but so thick it's felt, like the dense lumber of an Amazonian tree. Across the street they can feel the intricacies of our outer bark. They can sense the feel of the solidness in their back molars. Realness as concrete as the ground. My behavior rare and in a place rarely seen, and before it happened they all saw what was coming next. Like an endangered species in its natural environment, the entire world is watching as it approaches its maturity and seeks the perpetuation of its life cycle. Deep breath held in hopes of everything successful. One of the last of its kind, the continuation of the species depends on this interaction and success. So fragile, so presumably frail, but the creature feels the drive and walks unbeknownst amidst the amount of attention and blessings directed toward the action. My brain unraveled, and there I was, struck by the thickness of the inevitable event. I felt myself playing in the sand, warm and encompassing, finally understanding in the sincere and unusually gentleness of the moment, the response as such. My concept of grasping at normalcy was as if I were chasing the unicorn. I then became the unicorn. Obvious transformation, isn't it? Cast free, like an ancestral spirit advisor's words, the moment I let go, I received. Sometimes so simple to explain and yet possess a challenge to our intellectual understanding of anything we're taught to believe sometimes. Much like watching a 5-year-old get onto a skateboard. They often know exactly what to do because they're so close to the life lesson of balance. The concept is still fresh in our minds. The moment I stopped being concerned with outcomes, I flowered. I opened. I let the world take over. The friction I was creating by fighting against and developing tension gave me power, but also taught me how to stick and jab. In the skin, intuition and free trust have taught me much. I know it's the basis of all things normal and instinctual. Finally, believing it's absolutely acceptable to live and breathe. Let my fingers do the talking. At this point, my brain is in a current of crushability. I don't know how to do anything but feel all of this, as silly as it is. The earring in my pocket from this morning is piercing my leg. So what was the question? A very Grecian moment. Placed in context through the wandering clouds and the canopy and the sweet smell of summer grass. Naturally and welcome. Coming back. Now it's time to find the balance of good and great and better motivation. The looks of amazement. The feeling of letting the world magnetize and resonate to the signal. Taking a while to jump out of the mire and into the drive and directive I helped create. I have felt. I have spoken. I have created momentum and curiosity, also mostly derived through experience and empathic ability. I am aware of my participation in the world, letting me slip into a folder I closed a while ago. And now she's open once again to share her mind with the word, to allow her ideas to grow and plant the seeds in the minds of the willing, only seeking fertile soil. Hang on to the ideals she had perpetuated over the course of a year through toils and trials and achievements, not quite realizing how much has transpired, but now can be listed and confirmed. And the outlook she has recognized as being, slipping right in and trusting, without question. When directly connected, doubt irrelevant. Experiences and conversations, intellectually and worldly unexpected. Knowing how to see older patterns and understand experiences from past lives, but seeing the differences in the modern envisionment. Continuing to revel in the belief and faith established in the world. As difficult as it seems, such a free way of letting the world do its thing and letting the basis of faith and trust take over. All knowing what could eventually happen, but knowing there's always room for unknown and a fleck of magic. Enjoying the conversation with the angels and seeing how microcosmic I actually am. Awaiting the higher temperatures and enjoying the sensation of being splayed out and my molecules blown in various directions through the wind. Conversations outside dictate the connection to everyone else and the words being cast free, tickling the ears of the known and aware. Marigold dreams and unseen frequencies. This is different. The distance and time are perfect. The pronunciation is new. Such an amazing transference. Thinking the possibilities. Slight moments. Slices of time dating back centuries. At least a lifetime in an instant it takes to focus. An entire love story being told in a breath, held gently. Gladly gave my left arm. Such a few short hours more, like the amount of time it takes to comprehend forever.